forever. Solidarity.
The judicial system in Nigeria is fraught with a lot of challenges that discourage people and make them reluctant to take their matters to court for settlement. The judicial system is set up to work efficiently, but in reality, delay tactics, loopholes, and sometimes deliberate efforts to frustrate other parties impede justice. As with many cases in Nigeria, the case of Alex Ogbu, a journalist with Regent Africa Times magazine, who was shot in the head by anti-riot policemen while covering a protest of the Islamic movement of Nigeria, popularly known as Shiite, at the Beggar roundabout on January 21, 2020 lingers. According to witnesses, gunshots were heard, there was chaos, and after the dust had settled, a motionless body of Ogbu was seen on the ground with bullets rippled through his head. In an attempt to cover up the crime, the police had tried to change the narrative, claiming that Ogbu fell and hit his head on a stone while trying to flee the protest ground. The police authority of the Federal Capital Territory and the force headquarters has reportedly refused to fish out the officer who perpetrated the act and conduct a meaningful investigation into the matter, despite a letter dated January 28, 2020, from the human rights lawyer Femi Falana to the Commissioner of Police, Federal Capital Territory, Balachi Roma, to ascertain the officer who fired the shot. 1 year later, the story remains the same as friends, family, and civil society organizations remain unwavering in their quest for justice.
Alex Ogbu was killed while he was covering protests by Shiites. Don't forget that the Buhari regime also killed over 1,000 Shiites in one night. So when you are talking about Alex Ogbu, you must not forget about the crimes against humanity that this government has perpetrated over the last 5 or 6 years that it had been in power. And it is within that context that we are in court today to ask for justice, not only on behalf of Alex Ogbu, but on behalf of others. In fact, on our way to this small press conference, we found people who had been in prison for 7 years, tortured. One of them had his nails pulled with pliers by Nigerian policemen. All of them had gun injuries in their legs. This is the same country where they said they have ended police brutality, or they plan to end police brutality. I saw, while I was detained between January 1st and January 11th, the place they call Abattoir, where people are still being tortured. I was personally beaten up by policemen. You can see my broken nose. What I'm telling you is that they have not ended SARS, and you can't end SARS without ending the people who perpetrate impunity in Nigeria. Yes. And that is President Muhammadu Buhari himself, who is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of impunity in Nigeria today. So we ask that Nigerians not forget Alex Ogbu, not forget his little daughter, who probably never really know her father.
The case of the slain journalist Alex Ogbu scheduled to be heard on Thursday, the 21st of January 2021, at the FCT High Court was yet again halted, as the police did not make an appearance before the court.
As expected, the police were not in court, neither were they represented by counsel. The matter was slated to today for hearing of the said application, and we informed the court that we're ready to proceed with today's proceedings. But His Lordship decided, in his own wisdom, that one more hearing date be afforded them to see if they will come to court and honor the hearing notices to be issued by the court against the 18th day of February 2021.
The case was later adjourned to 18th of February 2021 by the presiding judge, Peter Afen, to enable the police authority to make a legal representation in the matter. Francisca Ogbu, wife of the slain journalist, says she will not give up in the fight for justice.
With God's strength and with great people beside me like you have all been, I won't give up until we get to the end of the matter. And like I already said on the day of the candle night, that I was not just fighting for my husband, that there are other people that... become victims. And after then, there are several people that have become victims of trigger-happy police officers, drunk police officers that do not have the training, mentally imbalanced police officers that have killed and rendered women widows, children fatherless, families hungry because they left them without a breadwinner. I thank God for the strength for the journey so far, and I still ask for more strength so that eventually, one day, I don't know when, but I know one day that this fight will be won.
Getting justice in Nigeria is painstakingly slow and leaves much to be desired, but Francisca is hopeful that in the end, she will get justice. But will she? Only time will tell.